Your Honor, before you is an application we join issue with the prosecution for the state and our colleagues for the victims that indeed this is a case of great public interest, both national and international. We join issue with them. That Your Honor, in the same strength, the respondents are suspects. They have not even been charged. Investigations are still ongoing. Such that, Your Honor, in these investigations, there is a possible outcome that the suspects can be set free, and the state could say that it does not find a way it can charge them. That is also a possible outcome. And also further investigations as they are going on, they might reveal other people and not necessarily the people before the court that are being done. That is why the state and our colleagues for the victims in their submissions throughout, they have only speculated and said they may interfere, they may do this and that. In their own submissions, they have left out an option that they may not, that it is not guaranteed. There is nothing to demonstrate that there is guarantee of interference. Your Honor, to detain them for 90 days. But the same we find it to be before is an abuse of the powers of this court and any other court for the following reasons. The state exhausted its time for investigations that it had been given in Malindi, as seen in the miscellaneous number 41 of 2023. They did not go before the court to seek for an extension of time. There was no such an application. There was no application seeking the extension of time. But they sought to close the miscellaneous file. Your Honor, I pray that this court will have a benefit to see the proceedings of that day, whereby Your Honor, we will supply them. We will supply them. Whereby we requested the court, now that within that application, within that very application, they had sought and they were given the orders to detain them. We submitted that the orders of the court should not only apply in their favor only, but they should be seen to cut across. And for that reason, we requested for their release, just within that application, that they be released. And they be given favorable bond terms. But the state insisted that on their part, they simply wanted to close that file. Your Honor, the state knew, and even in this very application before you, they knew that they were still investigating. They knew that they were still investigating. And they knew that they will come here to tell this court that they still want to be allowed to investigate. Your Honor, in their full knowledge, they knew that since the charges they think they might charge them with are still on speculation, even then they are still under investigations whether they'll be merited for such charges. It was premature to say that they have to come to a specialized court unless they were coming here to charge and not to seek extension of time. Any extension of time, Your Honor, did not require a specialized court whereby it is to their knowledge that they are still investigating. It should have been done in Malindi. To have the respondents released and then they arrest them immediately inside the very cells where they were holding them is a mockery of justice. That is where the gross abuse falls of the powers of court. And it is ridiculous to be rearrested inside a police cell. There was no release, contrary to the orders of court that were free. There was no release. It was a continued detention. Your Honor, be as it may, we regret that the state is hiding material information touching on these investigations, which is very unfair. The state is hiding very material information. And that can only happen because there are people who are protecting their jobs. Or there are people who would not want to take responsibility. That this matter touches every one of us. This is a matter that touches every one of us. There are some dead bodies that have been exhumed somewhere. And the accusations being made about that, can we ignore that? You know, we should not ignore that. Not the defense and not the prosecution. Let us all be collectively concerned as follows, Your Honor. Such that the truth can come out. And the only truth, we just want the truth. And for the sake of the truth, we are also offering pro bono services in this matter. This is not a matter that we are benefiting in any way, financially or for any favors. We just want the truth.
Your Honor, I'm constrained to say something with your permission. Counsel in his address indicated that he didn't have time to file replying affidavits because he didn't have time to speak to his clients. But in his address, he has said he wants to say the truth or reveal the truth. We are interested in knowing whether this truth is coming from the respondents in the form of instructions. And we're also interested in knowing whether that came this morning when they had opportunity to see them, because we think that if some information is going to be raised before this honorable court, it ought to have come by way of a replying affidavit. If counsel says it came this morning, then I'll sit down. But if he says he had this information from before, then the next question is, why is it in the form of an affidavit? Otherwise, it's just assertions from the bar. And the Honorable Court knows what to do with the assertions from the bar.
Your Honor, my senior colleague, I'm sorry to say that he's being mischievous. Sorry to use that word. But he should let me first finish what I'm saying. He's only disturbed by information which I already shared with him in good faith and in the great interest of justice. Now he is disturbed that I want to speak. He should give me a chance to finish.
It's a minute ago.
No, I'm saying he should give me a chance to finish what I'm saying. If he has any objections to make, he can make them in his response. But I am calling upon all of us that why don't we all just seek the truth of this thing?
Just a minute. When you say we are seeking the truth,
Yes, sir.
Maybe this is a concern of counsel. Are you now going to say that truth, or it's just a statement you are making that you all want to know?
I am going to say it, and he's afraid because I've shared it with him.
Your Honor, I can't be afraid. I'm just concerned the way.
Then he should let me say it to others as I said it to him.
That's the problem, Your Honor. It is coming from the bar.
He should let me say it. I have not yet said it.
Factual allegations coming from the bar.
Now,
Yes.
let me,
Yes, I have not yet said it.
I just wanted clarification.
Yes.
Objection.
Yes.
Now, let me put the objection.
But Your Honor, I had not finished saying that what he wants to object.
Yes.
Much obliged. I stand guided.
No, that is like,
Yes, Your Honor.
there's a difference in saying that we all want to know the truth, and now say that truth as no. Clarification that I need.
Yes.
You say now you want to say the truth.
Yes.
Or have I misunderstood?
You've not misunderstood me. His concern was whether I'm receiving this information from my client and how. That is how I understood him. And when.
So let me simplify what I'm saying.
Yes.
Are you just making a statement that in the interest of justice, we all want to know the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Or we want to state issues of thought.
Your Honor,
Stating the truth of our
I'm saying in the interest of justice and then proceeding to what has been happening in the process of this investigation.
Let me write.